everyone, welcome back to Mayank Lawholic. In this video, we will be discussing the MCQs of Indian Contract Act, and this is in the series of continuation of the series which I have started. Let's get started from question number 151. The principal restitution stops where the repayment begins can be applied against option A, an alien enemy only, option B, an incapable person, option C, lunatics and idiots only, and option D, minors only. Here correct answer is option D, that is minors only. Question number 152. According to section 11 of the Contract Act, a person is competent to contract who is a minor, person of unsound mind, person disqualified from contracting by any law, all of the above. Correct answer here is option D, that is all of the above. Question number 153. A patient in a lunatic asylum who is at intervals of sound mind may not contract, may contract during intervals, may contract on medical certificate, may contract after complete sound mind. Here correct answer is option B, that is may contract during intervals. Question number 154. Consider the following statements. A person is said to be of sound mind for the purpose of making a contract if at the time of the making it he is first of age of majority, capable of understanding the contract through though unable to form a rational judgment as to its effect upon his interest. Third, capable of understanding it and of forming a rational judgment as to its effect upon his interest. Which of these statements above are correct? 1 only, 1, 2 and 3, 2 and 3 and 3 only. Here in question number 154, correct answer is option D, that is 3 only, capable of understanding it and forming a part of rational judgment as to its effect upon his interest. Question number 155. Consensus addendum under the Contract Act means common intention, meeting of minds, theme of contract, none of the above. Correct answer is option B, that is meeting of minds. Question number 156. The term consensus addendum means no agreement can have more than one meaning: to agree the same way, to agree on the same thing with the same sense, to agree for different objects in the same sense. Here correct answer is option C, that is to agree on the same thing with the same sense. Question number 157. Two or more persons are said to consent when they agree upon the same thing, they agree upon the same thing in the same sense, they agree upon the same thing in the same sense at the given location. Here in question number 157, correct answer is option C, that is they agree upon the same thing in the same sense. Question number 158. For a binding contract, both the parties to the contract must agree within each other, stipulate their individual offer and consideration, agree upon the same thing in the same sense, put clear offer and counter offers. Correct answer here is option C, that is agree upon the same thing in the same sense. Question number 159. Consent will be said to be free when it is not caused by coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation and mistake. The term free consent has been defined in which section of the Contract Act? Section 14, section 15, section 16, section 17. In question number 159, correct answer is option A, that is section 14. Question number 160. A consent is said to be free when it is not caused by coercion, undue influence, fraud, all of these. Here correct answer is option D, that is all of these. Question number 161. The consent obtained by threatening to commit the suicide amounts to consent by coercion, undue influence, fraud, none of these. Here in question number 161, correct answer is option A, that is coercion. Question number 162. Coercion under English law is also known as duress, voidable agreement, void agreement, both A and B. Here correct answer is option A, that is duress. Question number 163. Under Indian Contract Act 1872, coercion means option A, committing of any act forbidden by IPC, threatening to commit any act forbidden by IPC, unlawful detention or threatening to detain any property to the prejudice of any person, and option D, all of the above. Here in question number 163, correct answer is option D, all of the above. Question number 163. Under the Indian Contract Act 1872, coercion means committing any act forbidden by IPC, threatening to commit any act forbidden by IPC, unlawful detention or threatening to detain any property to the prejudice of any person, and option D, all of the above. Here in question number 163, correct answer is option D, that is all of the above. Question number 164. A threat to commit suicide in performance of the contract amounts to undue influence, fraud, misappropriation, coercion. Correct answer here is option D, that is coercion. Question number 165. Unlawful detaining or threatening to detain any property with the intention of causing any person to enter into an agreement would amount to which one of the following? Unlawful detention, duress, undue influence, coercion. Here in question number 165, correct answer is option D, that is coercion. Question number 166. When consent to an agreement is caused by coercion, the agreement is valid contract, voidable contract, void contract, invalid contract. Correct answer here is option B, that is voidable contract. Question number 167. Under Indian Contract Act 1872, an agreement not enforceable by law is said to be void. Which one of the following agreement is not void? Option A, agreement in restraint of legal proceedings, agreement in restraint of trade, agreement under coercion, agreement in restraint of marriage. Here in question number 167, correct answer is option C, that is agreement under coercion. Question number 169. What is committing or threatening to commit any act forbidden by the IPC, or the unlawful detaining or threatening to detain any property to the prejudice of any person with the intention of causing any person to enter into an agreement called? Option A, undue influence, option B, fraud, option C, coercion, and option D, intimidation. Correct answer here is option C, that is coercion. Question number 169. Threat to a strike is undue influence, mistake, coercion, no coercion. Here correct answer is option D, that is no coercion. Question number 170. Undue influence has been defined under section of the Indian Contract Act. Correct answer is option A, that is section 16. Question number 171. In which of the following statement undue influence does not exist? Option A, when dominating party holds a real or apparent authority, when a person's mental capacity is affected because of bodily distress, when a party threatens to commit to another suicide, when a party holds fiduciary relationship. Correct answer is option C, when a party threatens to another to commit suicide. Question number 172. A guru, spiritual advisor, induced the chela, his devotee, to gift him the whole of his property to secure benefit to his soul in the next world. The gift shall be void, voidable, valid, immoral. Correct answer here is option B, that is voidable. Question number 173. A, having advanced money to his son B during his minority, upon B's coming of age, obtains by misuse of parental influence a bond from B for a greater influence, a bond from B for a greater amount than the sum due in respect of the advance. A employs coercion, fraud, undue influence, misrepresentation. Correct answer is option C, that is undue influence. Question number 174. A master asks his servant to sell his bike to him at a price less than the market price. This contract can be avoided by the servant on the ground of coercion, fraud, mistake, undue influence. Correct answer is option D, that is undue influence. Question number 175. A applies to a banker for a loan at a time when there is stringency in the money market. The banker declines to make the loan except at an unusually high rate of interest. A accepts the loan on these terms. In this case, the contract is option A, vitiated by undue influence, option B, valid because this is a transaction in the ordinary course of business, option C, void because the banker took unfair advantage of the stringency in the money market, and D, voidable at the option of A, who was deceived by the banker. Here in question number 175, correct answer is option B, valid because this is a transaction in the ordinary course of business.